another episode of the Self-Development Tactics podcast. Today we're going to talk about something. Today we're going to talk about probably going to be Stoicism. I am not too in the mood of recording right now. I haven't recorded yesterday. I guess the day before I did. So maybe, just really maybe, I'm also going to record 2 episodes today. Because I may be in need of one tomorrow. And for the sake of saving some time, I could do it today. But more after the intro. The wonderful, wonderful, wonderful intro. Something that I'm still actually in need of to some degree is some software that enables me to edit out all the parts of a video where I do not say anything, basically. And another thing, thing I could actually be doing is setting up some. Wait a second. Some time ago, I've actually used this wooden contraption type of thing to just do this, and so that the audio is a bit better, and also that it is at least a tiny bit more concentrated to my mouth and me saying things, and it's a bit more direct, and I guess the quality is going to be way better, and at least it is going to be improved. Of course, it is better when I'm just very close to it, but well, I could also do it like this. I guess this is fine as well. Yeah, great. So anyway, today we're gonna talk about some Reddit things, and it's gonna be the Stoicism subreddit. So we're gonna talk about Stoicism, but it's gonna be the Stoicism subreddit. You know, let's actually put it like this. I guess this is a bit closer to what I thought of, or it is gonna be Stoicism in terms of the dailystoic.com site. I think it's going to be that, yeah. Because, the simple reason, there are some pretty great articles on there. Some pretty great articles that I want to go through, that I want to show to you, essentially. And there we are. The dailystoic.com site by Ryan Holiday. Stoicism and the Law of Attraction, the ancient truth about manifestation and magical thinking. Magical thinking. 5 Stoic tips for handling rude people. I know that I went through some articles already, but I do not really know which ones, so I am probably gonna go to a very, very, very best articles. You know, let's actually just have a look at best articles. What is sympatheia? This most important ritual you can practice this year. 9 Stoic principles every creative needs to thrive. Let's actually check that out. Since, as you know, some people know, I am a graphic designer. Per definition, may be wrong, but per diploma, per education, I am a graphic designer. At this point in time, though, I'm studying architecture, which, you know, I do have a diploma in graphic design. Graphic and communications design, to be exact, which is important to point out, because when I'm saying I'm a designer, it could be everything, you know, it could be fashion, could be whatever. But I'm also studying architecture at the time. So, yeah, period. Most people don't understand what Stoic is. They think that a Stoic wants to sort of be robust, not positive, no negative emotions, get rid of the attachment from the world. My definition is a Stoic sage. What? My definition is a Stoic sage is someone who transforms fear into prudence, pain into transformation, mistakes into initiation, and desire into undertaking. Someone who wanted the upside without the downside. Nasim Nicholas Taleb. I do wonder, by the way, if he is also having a website, because his writing is amazing. His writing is truly amazing. Especially the books. I would argue all of his books, but I haven't read them all, I guess. Or at least I did not read any of them, but I went through pretty elaborate summaries of them, and I've really enjoyed it, and I've really loved it, and I've really liked it. Anyway. Nasim Nicholas Taleb. I still don't know how to pronounce his name. I'm probably butchering it all the time, but anyway. Asian philosophy and creative work are rarely thought analogous. Maybe they should. J.K. Rowling, the superstar author of Harry Potter, is a fan of Marcus Aurelius. T-Pain, the 6 times platinum selling Grammy Award winning American R&B artist, has recorded the Stoic mixtape, quote unquote, as well as the Stoic Will album. Anna Kendrick, the actress and singer, has found Marcus Aurelius' meditations as comforting and soothing. Breathing in pieces of little nuts, or little pieces of nuts. Always great. I enjoy it. I enjoy the pain. I enjoy being dead, I guess. Anyway. What did I want to say? Why is it soothing? Or why can it be soothing? I guess because of something that I've seen as well. In Stoicism, at least my point of view, it creates power. And I think power is soothing, and power is nice to have in terms of, well, it empowers you. Let's put it like this. I'm having a problem. I'm having to deal with something, whatever it may be. And, I read some Stoic texts, I read some Stoic literature, whatever it may be, a book, an article, whatnot. And I then feel like, well, I can actually do something about it. Whatever it may be, I can do something about it. I get advice about, how to deal with this situation. Whether it is actually doing something, or whether it is actually saying, okay, it is fine not to do anything, because you shouldn't. Because there is no sensible reason why you should. And I think this is really amazing. I really enjoy that. So just to point that out. Creative work of any kind, a book, a screenplay, a painting, an album, a business, really comes down to having something to say and a way to say it. So people listen. As Ryan Holiday writes in Perennial Seller, anyone doing any kind of creative work is attempting to have impact and to survive. It is about making something new and hoping people will like it so you can keep doing it. The process can be lonely, intimidating, and filled with self-doubt. Stoicism is a tool ready to help. As international best-selling author and entrepreneur Tim Ferriss has put it, Stoic philosophy is a simple and immensely practical set of rules for better results with less effort. Which really does sound like Tim Ferriss, doesn't it? Always trying to optimize things, always trying to get the most out of everything, and always trying to be as efficient as he can be. Which, by the way, is a pretty great effort in terms of how much work it takes to do so. And secondly, just great. I don't know. Below are 9 Stoic exercises and strategies pulled from the Daily Stoic that will help you find the clarity, effectiveness, and tranquility to do your best work. Here is what we will cover. Find the right scene, rise and shine, clarify your intentions, accurate self-assessment, fueling the habit bonfire, a work in progress, seeking out shipwrecks, dealing with haters, and love the humble art. I'm sorry. Find the right scene. Above all, keep a close watch on this, that you are never so tied to your former acquaintances and friends that you are pulled down to their level. If you don't, you'll be ruined. You must choose whether to be loved by these friends and remain the same person, or to become a better person at cost of those friends. If you try to have it both ways, you will neither make progress nor keep what you have had. Epictetus Discourses 4.2.1 4-5. From good people you'll learn good, but if you mingle with the bad, you'll destroy such soul as you had. Muthonius Rufus, Lectures 11.53 or 53.21-22 or 22. And the late motivational speaker and author Jim Rohn's widely quoted line is, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." James L. Tucker, also an author and podcaster and entrepreneur, or as he says, advises young entrepreneurs and writers to find their quote-unquote scene. A group of peers who push them to be better. Your father might have given you a warning when you were caught spending time with some bad kids. Remember, you become like your friends. The philosopher Johann Wolfgang von Goethe maxims capture it better. Tell me with whom you consort, and I will tell you who you are. And if these examples are not enough, here is a quote from Show Your Work by the poet and artist Austin Kleon. If you look back closely at history, many of the people who we think of as lone geniuses were actually part of a whole scene of people who were supporting each other, looking at each other's work, copying from each other, stealing ideas, and contributing ideas. Genius is an ecosystem. Genius is an ecosystem, Kleon adds. Consciously consider whom you allow into your life, not like some snobby idealist or elitist, but someone who is trying to cultivate the best life possible. Ask yourself about the people you meet and spend time with. Are they making me better? Do they encourage me to push forward, and do they hold me accountable, or do they drag me down to their level? Now, with this in mind, ask the most important question: should I spend more or less time with those folks? Remind yourself of one of author Nasim Taleb's rules in life. Avoid losers. If you hear someone use the words impossible, never, too difficult, too often, drop him or her from your social network. You know, this may actually be kind of overdone or over the top or whatever. But I think essentially it is quite the truth. Period. I mean, there are indeed some people that you do not want to surround yourself with. If you can say that simply by the words they use, maybe you can. But definitely also the way they are. And sometimes, well, very often there is an overlap of that, you know. Often people are a certain way. Yeah. But yeah, with that being said, I think that I'm gonna end the episode there. So